Hey there, guys. Welcome. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about how to awaken your intuition. And in fact, I actually have 3 ways for you today so that you can get started on awakening your intuition, becoming more intuitive, and being open to the universal guidance. So let's explore these 3 ways that you can awaken your intuition. So, number one, the first way that you can begin to awaken your intuition is through finding stillness. So, whether that's meditating or dedicating time to actually focusing on taking deep breaths, or perhaps going for a walk out in nature and just being really present in the moment, not scrolling your phone while you're walking. It doesn't really work that way. You've got to be really present in that present moment, in the now, and find that stillness. Because I find that in our modern world, we're often so busy, we're looking for that next thing to occupy ourselves with so that we don't have to be alone with our thoughts. And so finding stillness can be quite tricky. Like you might notice it yourself as soon as you're finished doing something. You're like, okay, I'm on to the next thing. And even if it's just binging out on Netflix or scrolling Facebook or whatever, even though you feel like that's your downtime, you're still not taking the time to do nothing and just be still. So the next time you aimlessly reach for your phone and just begin scrolling mindlessly, maybe just stop and come into the present moment and find your inner stillness. Because when we find that inner stillness, that's when we can actually hear our inner voice. We can connect to our inner self and we can awaken our intuition and be a bit more open to the messages coming through from the universe. So finding that stillness, being really present in the moment as well, is a really big key for awakening your intuition. So my second way that I'm going to share with you today about awakening the intuition is through practicing intuitive arts. So it doesn't really matter what it is, whether it's tarot, runes, oracle cards, astrology, using your pendulum or tea leaf reading, or whatever is your jam, whatever rocks your intuitive arts boat, just keep practicing it. Even if you feel like you totally suck at it, like we all have to start somewhere. Just keep practicing it, because the more you practice using your intuition, the clearer that connection becomes, the clearer your intuition will become for you. So just keep practicing. Keep showing up with your tarot cards every day. And even if you still feel like, I've got to look in the guidebook because I don't know what that means, or I've got to Google what Venus and Aries means because I just don't know, that's okay. Like I said, we all start somewhere and practice makes perfect. Just keep doing it. Keep trying to read your astrology. Keep trying to read your cards, your runes, your tea leaves, whatever it is that you feel called to practice. And the more you practice, you'll find that your intuition will grow, and all of a sudden you'll feel more confident and you won't need to Google or use the guidebook. You'll actually realize that you have all those answers within yourself. And so the third way to awaken your intuition that I'm going to talk about today is the use of plants and herbs. And this is something that I'm really passionate about. I'm a herbalist, and so herbs, they feature in my daily life. So for me, this list couldn't be complete without talking a bit about some herbal medicine that you can use to help awaken your intuition. So there's a number of herbs that work in different ways. So I guess the more subtle herbs that you can use are classed as nervines. And what nervines do is they calm the nervous system and they still the mind. And so these are herbs like skullcap, passion flower, vervain, wood betony, oats. There's quite a number of them out there that have this beautiful calming effect, and they are generally safe herbs to take if you're pregnant or breastfeeding or taking medications. Of course, always do your research, make sure that what you're taking is safe and it's not going to harm you, or if you're pregnant, it's not going to harm your baby. But generally those herbs you can take as a tea, and they are quite nice to have before meditating or doing other intuitive work, because it will help stop that mental chatter that that just goes on inside your head and clears the way for your intuition to come through. So nervine herbs can really help in that aspect. These herbs that are classed as nervines, they can be quite subtle. You may not notice too much of an effect, but I find in my own personal use that if I use them on a daily basis, then over time I notice a difference. So if you try one of those herbs once and you don't really notice anything, like your meditation isn't any clearer, you don't feel particularly calm or whatever, just keep at it, like take it for a week or a month or whatever, and I find that's when you really notice those effects of those nervine herbs. There are other herbs that can help awaken the intuition through other ways. Some of my favorites are mugwort and Mexican dream herb, and both of these herbs awaken the intuition through your dream state. They really encourage vivid or even lucid dreaming. And as you're probably aware, your dreams are really just messages from your subconscious mind. And yeah, you can really tune into your intuition when exploring your dreams and what those dreams mean for you intuitively. So connecting with your dreams, especially with those beautiful dream herbs like mugwort and Mexican dream herb, can enhance your intuition in that dream state. And of course, there's always ceremonial cacao, which is a bit of a buzz in the health realm at the moment. Ceremonial cacao is a really beautiful plant to use ritually to awaken the intuition. I personally love having a little cacao ceremony for myself and getting out my cards and just channeling my intuition, writing in my journal, and the insights that come through from using ceremonial cacao are pretty amazing. So yeah, definitely look into ceremonial cacao if you haven't used it yet, because it does definitely have a noticeable effect on your intuition. Then there's also psychedelic herbs, so things like the psilocybe mushrooms, cacti medicine, ayahuasca, even marijuana. All these herbs, or mushrooms or cacti, whatever you want to call them, they can have an effect on your intuition as well. But of course, you need to consider the safety and legality of using those plants if you wish to. They're not for the faint-hearted, and if you do choose to use psychedelic herbs, please consider your safety. Please consider going to like an ayahuasca retreat and being under the supervision of a shaman or a trained facilitator for your own safety. So those are, pretty much some 3 ways to awaken your intuition. So just to recap, firstly, finding stillness, so meditating or just being present in the everyday. The second one was all around practicing intuitive arts, so that's tarot, astrology, or whatever you're called to. Just keep practicing because it will open up that channel for your intuition to come through. And then plant medicine. I chatted a bit about different herbs and plants that you can use to awaken your intuition a bit further. So I hope that was really helpful for you today. And if you would like to know more about awakening your intuition, I am opening the doors for the Herbal Moon Goddess Academy really soon, and I'm so excited. It's a school for your inner witch, and inside the academy you'll be learning all sorts of intuitive arts, and yeah, it's so exciting. We're going to be starting off with tarot, astrology and moonology, and later in the year there's going to be more courses added to the academy as well. So if you are as excited as me about awakening your intuition, jump onto the academy waitlist. I'll put the link in the notes below so that you can check it out and decide if it's right for you. So I will see you hopefully in the academy and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.